big breaking news coming in. Life imprisonment that has been awarded to Prajwal Revanna under section 3762K 3762N. That's the latest news that is just coming in. This after Prajwal Revanna had been convicted for rape in that particular case, and the quantum of punishment that was to be pronounced today. The court has now decided that Prajwal Revanna is to stay in prison, and it is life imprisonment that has been awarded to him. While he had pleaded for minimum punishment, and Prajwal Revanna, who had also broken down at court not once but twice, the former Hassan MP has not just been convicted but is in jail for life, as he has been granted life term. While his legal counsel will now get set to prepare to approach the higher courts of the country, that special court in Bengaluru, where his case had been heard and the trial had been conducted for raping a 47-year-old domestic worker. He has been convicted and been given life imprisonment. Nagarjun Dwarkana joining us on the phone line with further details of the latest by the court. Nagarjun.
Just as the verdict has come out, the quantum of sentence has been announced by Santosh Gajanan, but judge in People Representative Court. Life imprisonment for former Prime Minister's grandson Prajwal Revanna, sentenced to life imprisonment by the court here in People Representative Court in Bengaluru under the section 2K and section 2N. These are the charges for rape. He was convicted yesterday, and now the court has announced the verdict of quantum of sentence that he has to go under life imprisonment. This happened because the government or the prosecution lawyers argued that this has to be a case or a lesson to cover and money for granted. The family of Prajwal Revanna kidnapped the victim, took her to a guest house to ensure that she doesn't file a complaint, and later they narrated false stories to the media, planted stories in the media. They did everything under the sun, under the sky to ensure that the case doesn't come out. And hence this, once the conviction is done, now this case has to be a lesson to other people that with power and money, they can't get away, and pleaded for the maximum punishment. But on the defense side, lawyers for Prajwal said that he's a young politician. Because of politics, he was framed. Back in power, no one complained about him. He still has a long life ahead of him. So we request you to give him very less or least punishment. Also broke down in the court and plead to the judge to something which is less or least punishment. The verdict was reserved, and now the judge has announced life imprisonment to Prajwal Revanna, former JDS MP, and it's a big victory for the police here in Karnataka and the government, which followed it up on a day-to-day basis and made it a watertight case, collecting evidences and ensuring witnesses are protected as well. And the government had asked for maximum punishment to ensure that this goes as an example or sets a benchmark in the judicial process as well. And today the court has agreed and given a life imprisonment for the former MP.
Oh, certainly setting a very good precedent for cases like this by the special court in Bengaluru. And the very fact that those who are marginalized and feel that they can be pressed by those in power and position now understand that justice has its way of finding what really the right is for. But just to get to further sense, Nagarjun, of what the legal counsel of Prajwal Revanna is set to do next, because they would obviously approach higher courts. They did that in the past as well, but both the higher courts diverted them back to the special court in Bengaluru, where the trial was eventually conducted. What next?
Well, the judge has been given to the accused now, the Prajwal, to take the judgment copy and try to do a huddle. What is the next legal course of action? Because they want to check which bench does it go to in the High Court, or do they have to go to Supreme Court? What are the options do they have? But most likely what we are picking up is they will challenge this verdict in the High Court of Karnataka in the upcoming. Most likely is what we are told, because we need a couple of days to ensure that they have a legal remedy. They don't want to end up losing another battle, and hence they want to get into a huddle brainstorm and approach the upper court. But what we are told now is in the upcoming weeks, they will knock on the court of those of the High Court of Karnataka, asking them to quash this judgment and give him an interim bail.